Hey everyone, it's Christopher, Mono County Library Director and co-host of the Oxygen Starved podcast. It's Book Talk Friday, so I'm back with two great library books for you to check out. Now, most of you will know the famous story of that ill-fated Donner Party, a group of settlers coming west to California in the 1800s who got trapped in the snow just above Tahoe without enough provisions to make it through the winter, ending up with many of them dying a tragic and gruesome death. When you stop at the Donner Party monument these days, do you pause to think that the woods around you may be haunted? How would you tell? Well, considering this weekend is Halloween, I've picked a book that looks into this question and many more like it. Spook, Science Tackles the Afterlife by Mary Roach. This came out in 2005. Mary Roach has been called the funniest science writer alive, mainly because she's an everyday person with irrepressible curiosity, who likes to ask questions on our behalf about topics that are just off the beaten path. Her first book was called Stiff, and it looked at what happens when you donate your body to science after you die. Spook followed that up and looks into the many people out there who are using scientific or pseudoscientific methods to try to prove there's life after death. She looks into reincarnation in India, she goes to a school for mediums, and dives into the early 20th century fascination with seances and ectoplasm. She hangs out with ghost hunters from the International Ghost Hunter Society and looks into investigations that tried to determine if the soul had weight by weighing bodies just before and just after the moment of death. This book was wildly popular when it came out, both for those topics and because the writing itself is funny, it's witty, it displays curiosity, and it's quirky. True to her style, while gently poking fun when appropriate, she actually treats her madcap subjects with a great deal of respect. Now, Mary Roach is still writing, and her newest book just came out a few weeks ago. Fuzz, When Nature Breaks the Law. This is one that will be of special interest to those of us living in the Eastern Sierra, where run-ins with bears, deer, mountain lions are a way of life. We actually discussed this book in detail in the current episode of the Oxygen Starved podcast, including a follow-up conversation with Rick Bellis of the Mammoth Lakes Police Department, who is responsible for dealing with these wildlife run-in issues in Mammoth Lake. So I won't go into the detail of the book here other than to encourage you to listen to the podcast, and I will read the blurb from best-selling author Eric Larson, who hits it on the nose. Hilarious. With Fuzz, Mary Roach again takes us into an unfamiliar scientific realm. In this case, the science of managing the conflicts between humans and the natural world. Lethal leopards, rampaging elephants, jet-downing birds, even killer trees. It's an ever-widening conflict zone, but one that Ms. Roach gleefully mines for a multitude of bizarre facts that will make you snort coffee through your nose. It's a great description of Mary Roach's writing. This is Fuzz, When Nature Breaks the Law. This is Spook, Science Tackles the Afterlife. Both great books, both available in Mono County libraries. Stop and grab them or find another great read. In the meantime, have a safe Halloween and happy reading.